Hey guys, this is Angelo, and today I'm going to be talking about the most effective and the most sustainable way that I know to lose weight and especially body fat, which is a ketogenic diet, or a mostly keto diet as I like to call it. So there's just something that a lot of people don't understand is that you cannot out-exercise a bad diet. That's not sustainable, that doesn't work. I mean, I see so many people who kind of go to the gym a couple of times every week, and if they don't go to the gym, then first of all, their self-esteem drops down because they feel, okay, yeah, well, of course I gained some weight now because, well, I didn't work out for 1 to 2 weeks. So yeah, you need to understand that's not normal that you gain weight immediately when you don't work out. You're just eating the wrong things. You're just eating too many carbs that make you gain weight when you don't exercise, because when you exercise, you're just burning off the carbs that you ate that day. And that's just not sustainable. That's not a good system. So the best approach to that, by far and away, is a ketogenic diet or a mostly keto diet, where the beautiful thing there is that instead of burning fat only during your workout, after your workout, you burn fat even when you're sleeping, even if you're not working out, because your body is used to using fat for energy. And the only way to do that is by going low carb, by eating more fats and eating moderate levels of protein, keeping your insulin in check, and your body's gonna get adapted to using fat for energy. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I mean, let's be honest, most of us don't have a lot of time to work out or a lot of energy. Maybe after a really long work day, there's so many people who just force themselves to kind of go to the gym still right after, before they get home, and you just kill yourself. There's just not enough recovery time even. And you just do it because, well, if I don't do it, then I'm gonna gain weight, I'm gonna get fat. And that's something really sad. You need to understand that it's all about diet. Diet is 85 to 90% of the results you're gonna get. It's just the right diet. And even if you're not working out, you're gonna get 85 to 90% of the effects, which means that you're gonna burn 85% of the body fat that you're gonna burn by also doing the other 10% to 15% of working out in addition. And if you're just working out without checking your diet, you're not gonna make a lot of progress. You need to understand that. And you're basically just trying to out-exercise the wrong things that you ate that day or the days before. And that's just simply not sustainable. And that's basically the difference. I mean, you're gonna either, on the one hand, ketogenic diet, mostly ketogenic diet, you're burning fat 24 hours a day, whenever you're in ketosis, whenever your body is using fat for energy and there are no carbs available, which will be used first if they are there. And on the other hand, you have the typical gym members who go to the gym, work out like a couple of times a week, go home, or McDonald's or whatever, go home, eat some pasta and rice and with some typical chicken, whatever, bodybuilding meal. And they're just simply not gonna see results. That's not a way to burn body fat effectively. You didn't teach your body how to use its own fat storage. And another thing you need to understand is that it's not natural for us to have carbs in every single meal. Our bodies are used to having periods of time. For example, let's say in the winter where there were less fruits available, less sugars available, less sweet things available to eat. So then we would eat some animal products or some other things, some fattier things and nuts to stay alive, and your body would be basically forced to using fat for energy. And that's why it works so well. And that's something that you need to get back to. That's something that you need to understand and take advantage of. There's nothing wrong with eating carbs, but eat them at the right time and try to eat mostly low carb so that your body can use its own fat storage that you might have already collected over the years for energy, and that you can have a really, really easy time losing weight by doing that. So many people are just working out even though they're not enjoying being there. So many people just feel forced that I need to work out, otherwise I'm gonna gain fat and I'm not gonna get lean. They feel like this is the only way, because so many doctors have told them, oh yeah, if you want to lose fat, well, you need to exercise more and eat less, right? I think a lot of us have been there, and that just doesn't work. By exercising more, you get hungrier. If you eat then even less, although you're exercising, your body just kind of tries to protect whatever nutrients are still left, because it feels that it's kind of in a there's just in a situation where there's just no way out, and it's kind of an emergency. So it's kind of trying to hold on to every little thing, and you feel weaker and weaker, and you get sicker and sicker. And so many people who have tried it before, they maybe they lost a little bit of weight, but they gained it right back, or they didn't lose any weight, or maybe even gained weight, and then they go back to the doctor, and the doctor tells them, and the doctor just thinks, oh well, he probably just didn't follow my advice. Sure. Look, you need to do this, you simply need to get your body used to using fat for energy. You need to get yourself fat adapted. And the only way to do that is by going low carb, raising the healthy fats that you're eating. I did another video where I showed basically what I'm eating, what food I have at home. So you need to, if you need some healthy fat sources, some advice, go check that out. And then you need to eat moderate protein levels, which means you don't need to go too high in protein, because a lot of people who go low carb, they then just try to replace the carbs with protein. The thing is, and they still go low fat, low carb, and high protein doesn't work either. Because if you go too high protein, some of the protein is gonna transform into glucose, because protein is not a great energy source. So through gluconeogenesis, some of the protein is gonna transform into glucose, and it's gonna be then basically used almost like carbs. And the only way to kind of get that fat burning effect is by simultaneously, while going low carb, eating more healthy fats with every meal. So here's my recommendation. Eat a high fat, low carb, moderate protein diet, and look at the quality of ingredients that you buy. So buy quality fats, quality carbs in the form of green leafy vegetables and full vegetable sources, and quality protein sources, because that matters a lot. It matters what the animals that you're eating ate. It matters because you're ingesting whatever toxins that they ate before. Okay, it's not like, oh, magically the chicken is going to be healthy and it's just, oh, now it's just protein or something. It absorbs some toxins and whatever from whatever it ate. If it ate stuff that it's not supposed to eat and that make it sick, and then they have to ingest it with they have to give them some antibiotics or something just so they don't die and so they can get fatter and they can make more money from selling them. That's just, there's no way that could even ever be healthy in any way for you. You need to understand that. Doesn't matter what diet you follow, food quality is the most important thing. Also, stop obsessing over how many meals you eat a day. There's still this kind of obsession in the gyms that people say, oh yeah, well, you just need to eat 5 to 6 times a day. You just eat smaller meals more often during the day, so you keep your metabolism going, and it's gonna burn energy the whole time. That's complete BS. I personally eat twice a day now. I usually intermittent fast in the morning. I'm gonna do another video about that later. And then I just eat my lunch. I eat a nice big lunch and a nice dinner, and I feel amazing. And it's just so much more relaxing when you're not thinking about food the whole time and you don't have these gigantic hunger cravings the whole time. And that's also a way better approach to fat loss as well, because by eating fats, you don't have these kind of cravings and that you get when eating smaller carb-rich meals. Then you're just, oh, well, I'm hungry again 1 hour later, and you're gonna snack on something. Doesn't make any sense. And also another reason is because while calories are not everything, calories still sort of matter. And when you eat a high-fat diet compared to high-carb diet, you feel way more satisfied for a longer time, and you don't get these hunger attacks where you need to eat something immediately because your body says, well, look, dude, I still have enough fat on your body I can use for energy, so I don't need to eat something right away. It's totally fine if you wait a couple of hours more. Especially if you're somebody who's busy and doesn't have a lot of time and you're basically forcing yourself to go to the gym. If you're doing a sport that you really enjoy several times a week, that's awesome. Keep doing it. Dude, if you're having fun, that's amazing. That's great. Nothing wrong with that. But if you're a person who's kind of forcing himself to go to the gym several times a week, then just really rethink your strategy. Food is the number one, first most important thing that you need to look at. Just eat real food. Eat lots of healthy fats, moderate protein, low carb, and then you can work out way less and get way better results. And then you're gonna, even when you're not working out, you're gonna use your own fat for energy and you're gonna lose fat. So when you're just going for a walk, lose fat, perfect. And considering your workouts, I also suggest everybody who wants to get the maximum results, work out once to maximum 3 times a week. I wouldn't work out more than that because that can add additional stress to your body that you might not need. So the main point I want to get across here is that by eating a ketogenic diet, you can spend way less time in the gym and get even better results. And you just have to think of it like this. Also from a sustainability kind of standpoint, do you want to be able to burn fat 24 hours a day, also when you're sleeping? Or do you want to be dependent on your workouts constantly? It just doesn't make sense. And there's no reason for you to feel insecure and to gain some weight when you're not working out for 1 or 2 weeks. That's not natural, that's not normal. So get yourself adapted to eating fats, eat a ketogenic diet, try it at least for a couple of weeks, and you will see how much easier it is to lose fat and to also keep the weight off and to manage your hunger, and how much more satisfying your meals are, and a lot of other benefits that I'm going to cover in other videos. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, leave me a like. If you loved it, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.